Good morning, everyone. Today's Wednesday, April the 12th, and this is the Moneyball Morning Report for the Benzinga Pro platform. We just had CPI come out in line, maybe a touch lower for one or two things, but what it caused is this great big spike that I talked to you about as being likely simply because there are a lot of people that hedged to the short side. So what they did was, let's say they carried a big portfolio and they wanted to take some sort of negative delta, so just in case things fell, they would make a little bit of money on that side and allow their charts to recover over time. So they hedge with the futures market, so they go short, and when the number comes out, they have to buy to cover. And so this causes the squeeze because the number was really fairly in line. And so from that perspective, this is what is happening. Now, the question is, are there so many people sitting on the other side, the short side, so nervous about what might happen, what might have happened with the CPI number, that there's a lot more unwinding to go, which will push prices up much higher today? So what might that look like? Okay, so that instead sends us into this environment. So what do we need to look at? Well, we want to look at the move up and into this 41.71 to 41, maybe 87. Okay, that is this number right here on the weekly highs, a prior weekly high event. For a support structure, have it come in and hold this 41.53-ish area. That's the high of the prior day, thereabouts. And a lot of traders are going to try and hold that. When we come into the morning trading, the folks who've been long are going to continue to try to press north in order to squeeze the ones who are short and try to push them out of the market. And so as that rises, we could get ourselves a fairly massive squeeze. It depends. I don't know how many people actually hedged heavily. It looked like there was a lot of hedging, but we have to see. Only price will tell us. Baseline event 41.42, up out of those levels, which is where we sat overnight until this number came in. That gives us this big punch to the upside. This is going to be an unwinding, not new highs coming in per se, because we still have a lot of things going on in the market that might make going higher just a little bit tougher. Okay, so from there, let's go to the NQ. The NQ, right up here, we had our levels, again, holding through this area into the number, coming right up on the edge into 13,240 and then backing down. Notice the heavy congestion, right? So we had a breakthrough trigger come in and tell us we're above the line, but now we're below it. What we want to see is how far below it do we go? Pullbacks are still likely to be buy zones, folks. We're holding the floor. Pullbacks are buy zones. And so we want to watch to see how much of this fades before the open, and then see if we can buy, go long, and indeed get the chart up and running. Golly, my internet is just awful. Okay, lastly, let's take a quick look at SPY. You'll see, for those of us on the Benzinga profile, you know I had the 413 area, came right into it, so that's a big bounce on those call butterflies that we're looking at. We'll see how nicely they run into the space today. If they hold that strength and push up, we are likely to be able to unwind that if we squeeze higher to the north. All right, so low end for the SPY, 409.60 to 410.60. High, we're looking at 413 all the way up to 415, potentially 416 if we really get a very big squeeze. Pullbacks again, buy zones all the way, folks. The dips are buying, and that is because Traders are trying to get short. They know something's coming, but it's still too early. Notice that 320 spike. That's exactly the strike that we are looking at. So that's it for us. A little bit long this morning talking over the CPI, but good luck trading. Pullbacks or buy zones. Remember, this is a big spike that was created by an unwind, so we have to let it settle out first to see where we're going. Good luck trading today.